We want to turn now to this political story about Mark Sanford. His political comeback is taking a new turn. Voters decide in just 2 weeks if the former South Carolina governor should be sent back to Congress. Well, Sanford is trailing in a new poll out this morning, and he's trying again to explain a dispute with his former wife. Jan Crawford is on that story. Jan, good morning.
Well, good morning, Nora. Good morning, Charlie. Okay, let's go back to last week. First, there are the court documents that revealed his ex-wife had accused him of trespassing at her home. Then, right away, he lost his financial backing from the National Republican Congressional Committee. Now, in today's episode, Sanford's trying to get a hold of this story with a long explanation. Mark Sanford is acknowledging it was a rough week after a tough couple years.
I've been unfaithful to my wife.
Nearly 4 years after his admission of the extramarital affair that seemingly destroyed his political career.
And all I can say is that I apologize.
Now Sanford's private life has again gone public, and he's airing things out. With a full-page ad in the Charleston Post and Courier. It's been a rough week, he says, referring to the trespassing accusation. I'd really appreciate you reading this.
There is really no way to spin this ad as a good thing for Mark Sanford.
In the 1,200-word ad, Sanford explains why he didn't tell his ex-wife he'd be watching the Super Bowl at her house with one of their sons. I tried to reach her beforehand to tell her of the situation that had arisen, and time will tell as to whether I made the right call in that instance as a father. This comes just 2 weeks before his showdown at the polls with Democratic rival Elizabeth Colbert Bush, sister of comedian Stephen Colbert.
If Mark Sanford's going to win this race, it's going to be in spite of himself.
And in spite of the fall from grace he's worked to overcome, his former mistress is now his fiancée, and this month they made their first major public appearance together. But political redemption remains a work in progress.
A lot of bumps in the roads in the world of campaigns, and so nothing more than that.
Now, Sanford's also going on the offense. He's out with a new television ad. He's accusing Colbert Bush of being in the pocket of big labor unions. And, of course, this is a solidly conservative district they're in. So that kind of tie to big labor normally would be a big negative. So if Sanford loses to Colbert Bush, I think we can all see it seems pretty clear sign the voters have just had enough of his personal life. Charlie and Nora.
Jan Crawford, thanks. A lot of Mark Sanford kind of got hammered. I mean, he put out an ad saying it's been a tough week for him after a week in Boston. You know, what the people in Boston have gone through. It seemed a little bit out of touch.